Yep, that's what I thought. I had that up still, and we're not having that up today. I'm not going to be on camera today. Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to my part of our Game of Tomes launch stream. Half the world's already writing. Awesome. I still have to wait. Damn you all. But that's all right because we're starting writing anyway. I decided that this time, instead of doing what I usually do, which is waiting for Game of Tomes itself to start before I started working on summer camp, I was actually gonna work on summer camp ahead of time because that way I won't fall behind. As you might have seen from my pledge document there, I am going for diamond this time. I got a rematch going on here with Bard, right, from last tourney, to do as much of the lit games as we possibly can. And, there was a mess up with my filk, so it was kind of like, yeah, right? So this is take two. So I gotta do all the articles. So I gotta get them done, right? Gotta get it done. Hello Nova, hello Shy, hello James, hello Clockbucket. Yeah, totally valid if you're on the bus home. That's totally cool. Phones are a pain in the butt to type from. Are you guys excited? I am really excited about this tourney. I had like a million things I wanted to show y'all for launch. It's all in pieces. There's about 4 or 5 things that are half finished. As usual, right? But I'll give you a little bit of a preview here. So probably now we're going to have to wait for the first results stream before I can air any of it. But stuff that's in the work. Right? Stuff that we have going. There is a Void Lore episode. Return of the Voiders. Woo! Right? There is a WLA news segment that's going to catch up on a bunch of the lore that is going on in the realm. Right? There is a filk that is mostly mixed and mostly recorded. I need my hubby's part today and then it will be done. Right? Then I have to caption it, but that won't take long, right? Not filks. I'm just doing a lyrics video. It's not going to be fancy, but you guys are going to love it. I hope. It came to me in the car. I thought it was funny. I've run it by a couple people. They think it's funny. So, hey, great. Cool. Let's get into it. So that's in the works, right? And Follow the Woodlanders is almost completed. Right, that would be lore from 2023's World War IV, right? So all kinds of things going on. When Fall of the Woodlanders is completed and Fall of Mollusca is completed, which should happen this month, right? I will air all of the lore from 2023 in proper order up to the finale back to back, right? It will be a lore episode. I estimate it'll happen sometime between the 15th and the 20th, right? And we will air it all so that we're not all completely lost as to the story thus far up to that point, right? We're still working on the grand finale for 2023. That should be ready to air. It definitely will be ready to air by November. With any luck, we'll have some work done on 2024 as well. A supercut, exactly. It will be a supercut. You will love it. Hello, Flub. It's fine. You don't have your filks done yet. You'll get them done. You'll get them done. Hey, Faye. Ran my needs bars down completely while I was streaming. I'll be back later. Valid. Glad you did some streaming. Okay. All right, and we got a new tome night. Millen, you decided to join us. Excellent. Welcome. Yeah, you got to pick a house. Yeah, and we can, there's a role selector, but Shy will help you out with that. I won't have to worry about it too much. because I have competent people who work here too, and they are doing the job, and I love them for it. Blessings to Shy, who is a trooper trying to get me online. For some reason, Twitch will not verify my email, and therefore it will not give me an individual stream key for the channel. So I had to log in and stream with the primary stream key. Pain in my ass. I hate doing that, right? I much prefer working from my own Twitch account because it's such a pain when people have to log in and out of Twitch, right? And since other people were managing the channel, I didn't want to interfere. But meh, here we are, technical difficulties, we make do. So this is my first article for summer camp, which I have completed. I wrote about Godoween because they wanted an article for an agricultural ritual. And obviously it's linked to the harvest cycle. But naturally I also included our special Game of Tomes take on it, like perhaps the reason why people believe they could communicate with the dead is because they could. Thanks for covering that, Shy. Awesome of you. So today we're going to be doing a related, right? There is a thing that is part of old Samhain All Hallows traditions. It's a Christian tradition. It's not a pagan one, right? Called soul cakes, right? That you left for the dead, right? Or you left them for people who might be hungry. It wouldn't be got if we didn't have technical difficulties. And we had, you're right, Flub. That's what I said to Shy as we were trying to figure out what the hell. And we've paid our tithe now, so the rest of the day should be good, right? Right? Yeah, so I'm going to write about soul cakes, I think, for today to get things started here. Because there was a linked thing going to the summer camp prompts, which is here for those of you who may be new to World Anvil and don't know what we're doing. Summer camp is a world building event that World Anvil on their platform puts on every year. And a reminder that Game of Tomes was founded by World Anvil streamers, Anvilites, right? Every one of the original house leaders and all the organizers come from World Anvil. So it remains a very important part of what we do here. And you don't have to be an Anvilite to play Game of Tomes, in case you're new and you're just coming in. Just a lot of us do. And therefore, we're going to talk about it a lot because it's a big event going on with directed prompts to spark your world building, usually related to a theme, right? In this particular case, the theme is nourishment. For week 1, they told us what it was going to be, so things tend to be related to either food or nourishing the soul or something like that. Now, some of these things, I don't have any idea what I'm doing because I'm trying to keep things within the Game of Tomes universe so I can catch up on stubs and getting a bunch of updates done. So I may end up writing in my other worlds, but this is where I'm going to try to keep things. I'm kind of struggling with the delicious staple, right? Because I have a problem, right? A delicious staple found on every dinner table is the prompt. And okay, you know what? Game of Tomes is basically our world with alterations. So there's no limit to the choices I could make. But I have a policy in that the Game of Tomes website is big enough. There's nearly 300 articles on that website, right? It is co-created by multiple people. It's been here for 5 years. It's a big site. So I try not to write anything in it that you can look up on Wikipedia, right? Unless there's a change, something that's different, you're not going to find it here. I don't want to do that, right? You will find rabbits because rabbits are a significant totem to House Lapin. And so it was okay to write about them as a species and explain their symbolic associations, right? I wrote an article on glitter because glitter is often used as a magical catalyst in Game of Tomes, right? We use it all the time. So that was important to write. Not because the glitter I mean, the glitter can be different in Game of Tomes. It's not necessarily different. But because of the way it's used, it was worth writing about. Finding something that's worth writing about in that respect is going to be the difficulty, right? Now, I've got plenty of unique food. I could write about anything from the void. But that's not on every dinner table. People try not to let non-void people have void food because it messes them up, right? So it's generally its distribution is kind of restricted, right? So, you know, I thought about coffee, you know, the fact that it's served regularly at the Chaos Cafe. I was gonna write an article on the Chaos Cafe, but I figured it would be in this week, and there are no building, like there's no landmark prompt, not even in the wild cards. If I end up using a wild card, I'm gonna take this one here, a place people aren't supposed to go, and I'm gonna write about the Zaforza Trench. Because I realized that that's House Mollusca's Bollywick. But I warned people that, you know, if things went unwritten for a long time, I was just going to write them. Right? So I may well do that. Maybe not, though. We'll see. I think to some extent the Molluscans are currently hesitating about writing about the Zaforza Trench because they don't know what lore was previously created. They did not make it up, right? Coffee made it up when they were the leader of House Mollusca. So maybe they're afraid of stepping on toes, I don't know, or contradicting some existing lore. And maybe that's why it hasn't been done. So maybe I should just do it. And that way, you know, nobody's worried about it, right? So all right, so checking the chat. That's a good fix for World Builder's Disease. I do the same for Alchemdemia. Yeah, right, but if it can be looked up on Wikipedia, we don't need an article, right? Shai says, I'm taking it too literally. Make something safe for only one section of the population. Ooh, good ideas, guys. Flub says gluten-free Tomesmith's cake. Yeah, gluten-free food in general. I mean, there are a lot of Tome Knights and a lot of ranking, like, house leaders and royalty and stuff who are gluten-free, right? Me and Tara, for example, right? So knowledge of gluten-free cooking is actually very important. I mean, it's one of the things that Flub had to study as a character. And to give her credit, she studied it as a person too, right? She shared gluten-free recipes with me. She learned about it. I'm really impressed. So that's a good point. Gluten-free Tomesmith's cake. Gluten-free carrot cake. Huh. Yes, that is a fine idea. Thanks, guys. That's great. I probably will do that. James says, question. You know our months, January, February, March, etc. What are those called as our calendar is called Gregorian? I don't know that there's a separate name for that. For the legendary food or drink, I also considered writing about the story of Elahera and King Darzan's lettuce, which is something out of Watership Down. Because stealing that lettuce led to a whole thing. Yeah, Gregorian months of the Gregorian calendar. Yeah, that's what I thought. if you're following the break timers and whatnot, it is now sprint time. Yeah, I'm also kind of struggling with substance known for its unique smell. If you guys have any ideas, if something is sticking out in your mind from the Game of Tomes lore, please let me know. The thing is, it's a material. If it were a food, I would have much less difficulty. If it were, like, magical energy, but I already did Litromantic power as a material. So, I don't know. I would write about glitter again, but I think that, because I already wrote about it, because I think that Fox's glitter smells like cotton candy. Flowers as a material? Interesting. I mean, again, I'm making it hard on myself, I suppose, but I'm not going to write about anything you can look up on Wikipedia. It's got to be something different about it, something that makes it unique, or it's used in a particular way in Game of Tones that it's not in the regular world, right? Because otherwise, I'm wasting pixels and my time, you know. Okay. So am I going to do legendary food or drink? Or delicious staple, because I really like that idea of carrot cake. You know what? I'm going to run with the gluten-free carrot cake, I think. Let me see what other people have done for this prompt. Sometimes that gives me ideas. Coffee. Yep, somebody was going to do coffee. Yep, I think that the gluten-free carrot cake is a thing. That seems perfect for this prompt. Thank you for helping me, Shy and Flub. Let's run with that. We're gonna go right now. Boom. Now I'm gonna switch to the old editor because I do not like the new one. Do not like, don't understand it, can't find the information I want. We'll call this Lapid Lore 2. Okay, you know what? We're gonna look up what the world has to say on carrot cake. Is there like a history? Yeah, that's what I wanted, the Wikipedia article. Origin is disputed. Excellent. This will be good stuff for the history. Oh my god, that Brazilian cake looks like fucking magic, and I'm gonna make it. Look at that. Topped with chocolate. Ah, I'm drooling already. I'm used to the cream cheese icing. I like it with pecans, but walnuts are also good, especially if it's a particularly sweet cake recipe. I've also had carrot cake cookies. They're awesome. Is it served here? We want to make sure we cover it. I think we'll list the UK first because I'm pretty sure that became Carrot cake is a type of cake that is made with shredded carrot, a particularly sweet root vegetable, in the batter. Traditionally a beloved staple in the UK, North America, Brazil, and Switzerland, carrot cake has acquired particular cultural significance in the Lapland Protectorate, which perhaps seems obvious for a great house associated with rabbits, hares, and other lagomorphs. Weight of a carrot cake. I have no idea. It depends on the size of cake, don't it? Yeah, we're not going to fill out that section. I don't. Varies. 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 We're not going to put a base price. Most often homemade, though expensive luxury cakes can also be found in high-end bake shops. Rarity, common. Extremely common. Ah, common. $15.91 disputed. Mechanics and inner workings of a cake. Construction, I really ought to include a recipe. Where's that carrot cake recipe in the thingy? Oh, people have been chatting. Hello, hello. Oh, we use flowers as potions and poultices. That's a good point. Magical association with that. Ufda just sent off the big announcement for the Tourney page, Lit Games, and SCM Bingo Tiny Tasks. Yay! Thank you, Shy. Flub says, well, you should. I made it, especially with you and others who had issues in mind. Thank you. Do you have that recipe handy? I'll put that in the article. Good day, Velrith. Welcome. Hey, Olive. Good to see you. Flub says, to be honest, cream cheese is better than buttercream, less sweet. I agree with you, and you can also get lactose-free cream cheese, which you cannot get in buttercream. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, you can make a buttercream icing if you use lactose-free butter. The cats like it too. Yeah, exactly. All the cream, of course they do. Cream and butter, they're in. Hey, Fox crawls into chat all hot and miserable. Oh no. Walking baby geese around is both lots of fun and exhausting. Yes, I'm sure. There is nothing better than the smell of a fresh grated carrot. I'm gonna go get that carrot juice out of my fridge in a minute here, because now I'm thinking about it. He does! Hooray! Oh, for smell. Yeah, that's true. You've completed prompts 1 and 2 so far. I'm working on prompt 2. 9 more hours before you can start GOT. Yeah, I'm looking at 11 and a half here. Neat, James. Neat stuff about your world there. 158 words. What are you? Oh, yeah. No, you can't write for another half an hour officially forgot, can you? Mihamara, hello. Good to see you. How are you? I am working on prompt number 2. I am writing about carrot cake. I'm going to try to find that recipe in the chat. I know it was there somewhere. By the way, if you are able to see the house or the GOT events channel, voice channel in the GOT streamer, GOT server, I am in it. So. And it's break time, technically. Hey, will I be breaking today? Will I be paying any attention whatsoever to the timer? Let me think. Probably not. Okay. Where's the food channel, damn it? I know we have one. There it is. Okay, we're going to search the food channel for carrot cake. Can I view this without downloading it? No, I cannot. Okay. Pain in my butt. Alright. Drop it in downloads then. And let's open it. Oh, hello to little goslings. You will find recipe for you. Thank you. Mihamara says, I'm a bit confused about it almost being July. Uh-huh. My brain says I still have half a week of June left. Mine too. Daz says, my prompt number 2. Lemon used to scrub wooden ships. Yep. And it provides immunity to magical effects. Unfortunately, this does not protect against alchemies and normal damage and does wear off over time. Lemon soap. Cool. Mihamara says, I prepared nothing. I feel a little lost. Welcome to the chaos. Jump in and just do it. And my legendary food, hardtack. Yes. Oh, I have a recipe for hardtack if you'd like one. But I guess you found one, so that's fine. I made hardtack, actually, for my Toy Soldier World. You're so ready for end of July, so you can go to Besties. Greg, I want royalties for the lemon soap. Yeah, he can't copyright the word lemon. Alright, let's see here. Okay, I'm obviously going down rabbit holes. Lapping, going down rabbit holes. You think? Okay. History. Well, the origin of carrot cake is disputed. The earliest recipe that contains significant elements of the carrot cake known and loved today comes from 1591. Let's read through the Wikipedia article. An English recipe called pudding in a carrot root. I do not tend to put this there, so I will not. Well, this is a carrot stuffed with meat. It includes shortening, cream, eggs, raisins, sweetener, dates and sugar, spices, clove and mace, scraped carrots, and breadcrumbs in place of flour. My brain locked. Because sugar was expensive in the Middle Ages and Renaissance, it is likely that carrot was used to improve sweetness. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Variations developed that include in which the carrot pudding was baked with a crust like a pumpkin pie. Have you done that, by the way? Made like a carrot pie? That's really good. Steamed in sauce or molded into a pan with icing. Okay. In the second volume, was so popular it was even copied by competitors. That way I'm not typing verbatim from Wikipedia. What's the English version? Which includes a recipe of carrot cakes in the literal translation. When I'm doing history of real world stuff, I often take stuff from Wikipedia and then rephrase it. Okay. Is in fact a myth. It doesn't actually improve eyesight, other than it has, you know, vitamins in it that do, you know, help your eyes over time, but it's not like a superfood like they promoted it. Okay, we'll get into the regional variations later. And that's like the details. So now I need to add the Game of Thrones history with it. Wow, way to end all my teeth, says Flop. A lapping hole rather than a rabbit hole, surely, says James. Yes. Dad says, well, every World Anvil article I make will now start with a little story. So the first two I have done have stories. That's awesome. That's what Dad says. Flub says, I'm a cat with an identity crisis. I love carrots. Your fault, Sable. I'm going for a shower. Okay. Fair enough. Fox chews on carrot muffins, chews on carrot brownies, chews on carrot pudding, slurps up a carrot ice cream. Carrot cake. I love all that stuff. I actually really like carrots. I always have. Like when I was a little kid, right? It's a you know, it's a character thing that Sable, Queen Sable, has a weakness for carrots. She really, really likes them. She likes them like some people like chocolate, right? Which is a bit of an exaggeration, but not much, right? When I was a kid, I used to get like the bag of carrots out of the fridge and just eat them as a snack, and they were treats for me. They were like cookies, right? I thought they were the best thing in the whole world, right? And I ate tons of them. Like the parents got into the habit of buying 2 bags of carrots because one was gone within a week at least because of a snack, you know. So, and what are they going to say? Don't eat the carrots? They didn't do that. So Yes, we have merch. Go get your got merch. It's beautiful. I'm definitely getting some. Stream Elements would refuse shy coffee. All right, that's it. That's it. We're gonna have to kick its butt. And tea, too! Fox teases Sable by tying carrots to a fishing pole and dangling them in hallways and then jerking them out of reach. Fox would totally do that. And that would... Yeah, that's gonna start a tickle fight is what that's gonna start. Yeah. Yeah, I really like carrots a lot. Nah. Stream Elements not working consistently. Grr, we're gonna have to figure out something there. I mean, not right now. This can wait. It is not an immediate need. When the Lapin Protectorate formed, carrot cake, which was already popular in the region, became a sensation. Likely sparked because it quickly became, because word spread that Queen Sable Aradia's favorite, that it was Queen Sable Aradia's favorite dessert. Although similar war rationing conditions in the early days no doubt also played a role. The thing about carrots is that being root vegetables, they keep for a long period of time, right? So they're a fresh vegetable that you can have around that will survive for a considerable period, even, whether they're refrigerated or not, so if the power goes out, you still have carrots, and, with their high vitamin content, they're just a good thing to lay in war. I should probably say that. Yeah. Being a root vegetable, carrots keep well and for long periods, or keep for long periods of time, even without refrigeration. I keep adding the D there. Even without refrigeration, and therefore are often easily available even in wartime conditions. However, servants and employees at Warren reported that carrot cake was a staple at the Lapin. I haven't put House Lapin yet, so we'll just do House Lapin here. At the House Lapin table. Numerous bakeries, and then famous and respected Red Seal chefs began to attempt to earn royal favor by making the best carrot cake for the queen. For the bunny queen. No high-end Lapin restaurant fails to serve a unique and impressive carrot cake as a dessert option. Culturally, the carrot cake also grew in significance. And it is so strongly associated with the Lapin royal family. It is widely believed to bring good luck. To the household that eats it. Serves it. Especially when shared with guests. You know what? I'll put this in here too. Dame Flub, upon being appointed the Lapin royal chef, made a point of perfecting her gluten-free lactose-free carrot cake recipe. For her queen, especially because oh no, I don't know if you guys heard that thump, but that was a bird hitting the window in the other room, I saw it because I saw the movement. Just a second. I'm going to look out the window and see if it's on the ground. One sec here. I can't see from my window, so I'm going to go outside for just a moment and double check. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I guess it must have just clipped the window because there's no bird on the ground out there. Yeah. Sad face from Quality. How come? The bird? Probably. Yeah, Fox says you can do the same to Fox with pretty much anything shiny, chewy, or sweet. Tosses a glitter gum towards Fox. Rolls D6. Gets 1. Cool down on hug. Gotcha. Okay, tried to fix it. Oh, thank you for the coffee. Coffee is excellent. Oop, boop. Boop. I like boop. That's fun. Nose boops are the best. An overzealous Avis making a dramatic entrance. I'm late for the tourney! Hey, Lady Winter, good to see you. Finishing up Filks to start with, among other stuff that needs to get done today. That way you don't have to worry about it once midnight hits. Yep. You're at the 12-hour countdown. Yep, I'm at 11 hours to go. It's weird not being the last one to start anymore. Your Alaska time is fun. Sorry, I was all ready, and then the next thing I knew it was now. I mean, I don't know why you're sorry. Oh, because of the shutting down the stream. No, that's fine. I happened to have it open and I Yeah, no big deal. I just didn't want to step in your toes. You didn't cause me any trouble. If that was something that concerned you, I'm good. Oh, nice. We've got a new Bun Bun. Awesome. Welcome. Yeah, I can't type that right now because I got streamer mode enabled, so I'll do that after the stream. Quality says, I don't even know. I'm not doing math in this heat. When midnight hits, I'll be here, and hopefully my fingers aren't melted. Yeah, it's warm here now, too. 29 degrees Celsius today when it was like 20 degrees 2 days ago. We'll be right back. Only woke up because the boy poked you and went, Mum, it's time. Aw. Family time. All right, see you later, James. Protectorate to bring good luck to the household that eats and serves it, especially when shared with guests. Carrot cake is not served at most major gatherings, especially when the mother of bunnies is expected to be in attendance. Yeah, especially. And this seems to hold true across the great houses. And don't think I haven't noticed, guys. I've noticed. And Sable would notice too. It's one thing that I've noted is that just about everybody, when I'm RPing that I'm joining them for a meal or something like that, or snacks, or a meeting, right, or something where there is snacks involved, I have noticed, right, that you always make coffee and carrot cake appear. And it's always gluten and lactose free. And I love you for it. I really do. That's a really nice gesture. And, you know, I appreciate that kind of stuff. I really do. It's very cool. I don't think I need to add a separate significance section unless I want to go into. Because I think that's linked. Jamie's computer is very loud right now. Peers over the table and attempts to sneak a piece of cake away from Sable. No, Sable stabs you with the fork. Nobody takes Sable's food away. Or at least she swats you with a fork. Or a spoon. Then she will cut you. Eats the fork instead. Sable watches this, blinking. Then she cuts you a piece of carrot cake from the cake on the table and offers it to you. Great start to God. Licks all the frosting off and then wanders off. Okay. Supposed to be Tourney, but I think this is a war declaration. No, I don't let people take my food. I got issues about food. You don't touch my food. But I will share whatever food I have that isn't directly in front of me. Oh, and I will share the food in front of me with my pets. I do that. I mean, I cannot resist the little baggy kitty faces. I cannot. And, you know, dogs understand the ancient pact, and I understand the ancient pact too. You always give them some of what you're eating. Fox chews on chew toy under the table. It is very squeaky. Yeah, I'm used to that. I have a dog. It doesn't faze me. Banshee probably comes and joins you under the table and also chews on a squeaky toy. Hi, Teddy. Speaking of pets, somebody heard me say little kitty faces and decided to come over and be one. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Yeah, what are you doing? I get your attention, Mom, like I always do when you're streaming. Yeah. Yeah. How you doing? Hi, sweetheart. He got in shit last night, this little boy. He was spraying. We do not spray. Yes, pets for the kitty. Come on here, buddy. Oh, up on the lap we go. There you are. You're just so heavy. You're not as heavy as Missy. Missy is heavier because she is chunkier. Yes. I turned the air conditioner temperature up because it was like 1,000,000 degrees outside and like a refrigerator in here. And now I'm too hot. I'll have to screw it again. Hi, baby. Oh, look at this. I put my arm around him and he went and leaned right on my chest. Yes. Hi, baby. You cannot sit on my keyboard. You're not allowed to sit on my keyboard. How am I supposed to write this way? Teddy does not make it less hot. No, he is one big blanket. He is a ball of I don't need a blanket. I have a cat. Okay? Like, and he's big enough that when he curls around under my knees, you know, when you're curled on your side and your knees is folded. Let Teddy share their wisdom. Yeah. Maybe I'll turn on that camera so you can see him. Here, just a second. Can you see him? No, you cannot. Come on. No, that's not what we wanted to do. Ah! I can't reach is the problem. I'm so short. Oh my god. There. Now we have a Teddy. There. If you're going to get in my way, you can at least be a lap ornament. Yes. Yes. If I can't write, the audience can watch you purr. Yes. The warmest floof. Yes, he's the bestest floof. Quality says hi. Or Quill. I don't know whether it's Carter or Quill, but either way they say hi. Yes, hi baby. You sound like Quill though. You're probably Quill. Aw, you cannot see it, but he is getting a chin scritch. He likes the chin scritch. He has a big mane of floof, so chin scritches are his thing. Yes. Yes, your baby. This junk. Yeah. Aww. Now I'm looking at me. Hi, baby. Anyway, yeah, when he curls up behind my knees, working Quill's way through everything Quill missed. Gotcha. Okay. Floof here. Right, when he curls up behind my knees, I can feel him from my butt to my ankles. Like, he covers the whole spread. Yes. He lies on me, I don't need a blanket. I have a cat. I'm good. Yes. You're a darling. Yeah, you are. I'm just a darling. Yeah, just a darling. Baby. Yeah. Just a baby. Ideal for the cold parts of the year, not ideal when it's 100 degrees out. Nope. Just about 10k away from having a perfect 151 attack on For the Words. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start working on that this month, I hope. You gave me the link at some point for how to pursue maximizing your attack. Yeah, would you? I may have misplaced it. But if you have it, then I will have it again. That would be great. Send it to my DMs. And I'll pin it. Because then I'll, like, go get it. Because I'm going to work on that, right? Hi, baby. Are you looking at the peoples? They're all sending you pats. Yes. ticky the ear. I'm gonna harass you by tickling the ear. Nah, he don't care. You know what? Or the For the Words channel so other people can see. That's also a very good idea. You're a good boy. You know that, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good boy. Yeah. I am getting no work done this way, though. Yeah, he's like, I don't give a shit. You know, I used to think, I don't know if I've said this before, but I used to think that people who said that their cats kind of bossed them around, you know, told them when to go to bed, you know, told them that they had to stop working and pay attention now, stuff like that. I used to think that they were, you know, exaggerating, maybe, right? Or anthropomorphizing. You see, but I did not have a Maine Coon. Now I know that they are 100% real, and because this guy will do that. He's like, no, it is pay attention to me time. Or, no, it is time for bed. And he'll persist until I go do it. Very good for me, really. Reminds me of Flub. You did both. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I think we're going to turn off the camera now here. And we're going to get back to work. At least we're going to attempt to. Whether I can type around the cat remains to be seen. Okay, let's look at this article so far. Often I have to do that part of the way through. Part of my process. Carrot cake. Okay, we're going to need a header. Okay. Well, that's good. All right. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my messages with Flub. I'm going to see if I can find that carrot cake recipe. Okay, it didn't come under carrot. Let's try cake. Okay, nope. Go back to the food channel. Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay. So here's a vegan gluten-free carrot cake. So it's a carrot cake gluten-free mix. All right, Eddie's done with the snug for now. All right, perfect. My cat used to yell at my parents to get them to stop yelling at each other, says Nova. Yeah, that's cool. Fox is going to get this Cozy Lit RPG done this July. Well, the Vomit draft anyway. Awesome. Sorry to hear the kids are being difficult there, Rue. Alright. All right. This is a modification of that other one that's been was done specifically by Moon, so I can believe I can use it. Okay. Materials and components. I believe that is where I put the ingredients. But you know, actually, it would probably make more sense to just put the whole bloody thing in a sidebar. So we're going to do that. Rather than separate it into, you know, mechanics and, you know, these words which aren't really... Okay. Recipe. Lapin. Gluten and dairy. Free. Carrot cake. Okay. Break time. Sometimes my carrot cake has raisins. All right. Yeah, that stuff is gross. Hey, Winter. Good to see you. Did I see we got a new bunny? I did see we got a new bunny, but I can't tag their name properly while I'm in streamer mode. So as soon as I'm done the stream, I will tag them and welcome them to the Fluffle, which is awesome. You welcome them? Excellent, thank you. Alright, now that I have that recipe in there, let's see what that looks like. I'm probably going to want to futz with the formatting. Put it in its own box. Probably reduce the font size. Yep, that's what I thought. I wonder if that small thing will work on titles. Let's see if it does. Like headers? I doubt it will, but we're going to experiment with it till we break it. No, it didn't. But it didn't break it, so we're good. Now, are we going to be able to fit the baking instructions in here? Let's find out. Okay. Okay, wait a minute here. I am reasonably certain. Okay. I do not require egg free. So I'm certain that Flub would not make mine without eggs, because eggs makes it fluffy, and it's hard to get it fluffy without the eggs. You can use flaxseed as a substitute. And if you're allergic to eggs, it's a good idea. But if you're not allergic to eggs, I see no reason to screw around with that. You know what? This would all be work better as a tool tip. So we're going to make that into a tool tip here. Go. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take that, copy it to the end of all these lines. No, we're going to want to take the whole thing there with the square bracket. Spacing is weird here. Mushroom. Did I just badger right through a break? I think I did. Sorry, guys. This kind of stuff, formatting, usually requires my complete focus because being a person with ADHD, if I don't, I will miss something and I will screw it up. All right, let's see how that looks. Yeah, I ended up with a long section over there. Which I'm going to need to separate, and I'll probably need to put some pictures in here or expand the article. And I also need to mess with those settings there. And then I'm going to need to put boxes around them so that they're readable. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure that there was, where was that web page? Yeah, okay. This is that vegan cooking web page. Okay, this will work. I don't really want to include frosting recipes, so I will. It just takes up too much space and is unnecessary. All right, check that out. Why are you being a pain in my butt with that, mister? Oh, I know why. Because I forgot how to use a BB code, that's why. Okay. Alright. We'll go with the old-fashioned. Okay, now. Okay. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna fill out the rest of the article. Alright, let's check what people have to say here. It's a sprint, but I've been lappening. Or badgering. Hey Tal! Good to see you! Mashed banana with a tiny bit of oil. That's a great idea, and I'm going to include that. Because, especially with a Lapin carrot cake, you would think they'd want banana. You wanted to set off July with a bang, but it's not going to happen? That sucks, Tal. How come? What's up? I'm totally going to add that. There we go. Separate that so that it doesn't get all mixed up. You know what? I'm going to put this under a spoiler button. And that will format my article more effectively. All right, let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, and then I need room underneath it. There we go. Now. I think that's a break time, but I'm right at the end of making the formatting here, so... Oh, and it's quitting time already. Well, I got everything done but the pictures, didn't I? Not bad. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. One banana for every 2 eggs. That's about what I thought. So I estimated that already, actually. Haha! 4 seizures on Sunday. Wow, that's rough. Tal, do you know if there's a trigger? This is making me hungry too, 100%. Rue's logging into upstream. Yeah, alright, gang. Bring out your words. Bring out your words. Bring out your words. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. Good luck on your Tourney of Tales, and also good luck. Join a house. Right. And fight the undead horde.
It's confirmed. The zombie plague has returned.
I'm hungry.
Move.
If you want me, come and get me! Game of Tones. Make writing an adventure. Join us for November. More information at gameoftones.org. Heh. I clicked the wrong thing, but hey, that's appropriate anyway. Bring out your words, gang. Thank you for joining me today. Good luck on your Tourney of Tales. Good luck if you're doing summer camp with World Anvil. I will be back later. As per usual, I will be doing a, out the gate Bunny Madness stream tonight at midnight Pacific time. That is 3 a.m. in the Eastern time zone. And let me do the math there. I'm pretty sure that's 8 a.m. on... Yeah, 8 a.m. in the UK? No, 7 a.m. UK. We're on summertime. Well, they're on summertime too. 8 a.m. Whatever. Somewhere around there. You guys know. Okay? But I'll be back. Right? And I'll be, getting some words under me right out the gate of the tourney, which is my custom. I am in the Pacific time zone, which is why I always give the time in Pacific first. Tal, what time am I on in Australia? Let's see, 10 hours from now. What time would that be in Australia? But yeah, I'll be back in 10 hours. It's before 7 a.m., so it's before stupid o'clock. Gotcha, okay. But I will be back tonight right out the gate. Happy will also be joining me, so it won't just be me. It'll be at least 2 of us, maybe more. Sunny will probably join in. She typically does because she's in the same time zone that I am, so we tend to write together coming out the gate. Could be quite the party, guys. If anything's ready by tonight, I'll show it then. It is theoretically possible Filk might be done. If it is, I'll air it. Yes, it's going to be quite the fun time, Nova. Definitely come join us. It's you know, I love streaming with Happy. She's so much fun. I'm really looking forward to this, right? Yeah, we're going to have a good time. It's going to be great. We're going to get some writing done. It's going to be awesome. Right, so definitely join us. And welcome to the event, guys. I hope you have a great time this July. I'm already having a good time. So remember that somebody loves you. And we are going down, Rue, in 3, 2,